Welcome back, everyone. We have Jason Bridge here with us from TxDOT. We're talking about their Drive Sober campaign ahead of the holidays. Jason, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. So tell us about this campaign that's happening.
So yes, this is the our holiday anti-drunk driving under the influence campaign that started at the beginning of December. We're emphasizing safe driving habits during the holiday season because it's Christmas time, so of course a lot of people it's one of the best times, the happiest times of the year. But for a lot of people, unfortunately, it's maybe a sadder time because just of things that can occur around the holidays. And either way, either those are the two reasons that people may just have too much to drink or have a couple of drinks and feel like they need to get out on the roadway, and that's just not the smart decision to do during this holiday season, because we want everyone to have such a good holiday season, a happy holiday season with their friends and family and loved ones, and we don't want them to ruin it by having a few drinks and getting on the roadway and making a really unfortunate decision to drink and drive.
Absolutely. And with the increase of drinking and driving during the holiday season, how does that kind of impact our numbers? Do we typically see a large increase during the holidays?
So last year in the Amarillo district, so our district covers the top 17 counties of the Panhandle, and last year there were 38 traffic crashes that resulted from DUIs during the holiday time period, which goes from December 1st to January 1st. Thankfully, there were no fatalities that resulted from those crashes, but there were 4 serious injuries, and had circumstances changed, that could have resulted in a higher number, within a half second or even just a second. So that's where it's dangerous, and that's why we keep doing these campaigns. That's why we still want to put the word out about it, that we really need to bring these numbers down, because those are potential lives that could be lost on the roadways because of a simple bad decision, a simple bad choice. A thing I always like to say is, there's not a lot that we can control on the roadways, but drinking and driving is one of them, because it's 100% preventable.
Absolutely. And if people are planning to drink during the holidays, what are kind of some alternative methods of transportation that they can take?
Yeah, and fortunately during this time, there's so many ulterior methods that you can go by to prevent that from happening. Number one is don't drink. That's one of the main things. But we understand that's holiday season and that happens. But rideshare, Uber, Lyft, public transportation with a bus or taxi, designate a sober driver beforehand. Ensure that they're not going to be drinking. And when you're there at wherever you're at, if it's allowed, stay there at the location. If it's allowed there, or call a sober friend or family member that hasn't been drinking to come pick you up as well. So there's just a number of things that people can do in order to bring this number down, and that's the unfortunate part of it, is because there's so many other options to bring this number down, and we really want people to take heed of that. And another cool thing that's happening, that we've partnered with the Amarillo PD, they have our STEP grant that increases local law enforcement patrolling the roadways during this holiday season. That's basically a grant that's helping pay for their overtime hours, so that more law enforcement can be out on the roadways, ensuring the safe roadways for drivers here in the area.
Absolutely. And really quick, what are some specific risks that people should understand about even just buzz driving?
Any sort of alcohol that's detected can result in a DWI, because you're driving under the influence of something and you're putting the lives of people in risk. It doesn't matter if you just had just one beer or a drink or anything like that. Any detectable amount of alcohol can result in a DWI, which you see the fines that can result from it, from legal fees and everything, the penalties, anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000, and a loss of license for an extended period of time, because that's how serious it is, and that's what we really value with these partnerships that we have with local law enforcement agencies, of how serious they take it as well. And we're really proud of that, and we really just we want people to have a good time. We're not saying don't go out and have fun, but just be smart about it. There's no reason to ruin the holiday time period by making a really bad decision.
Absolutely. Well, Jason,